Yeah. So let's get started. Hello everyone, thank you for being here. It's great that we have so much people and so much interest. A quick introduction about this community for the people who were not here last time. The idea is to encourage people to discover AI, to use AI if you're a developer or if you have some ideas or if you work in a startup or whatever. I think AI can be used today. You don't need to be a developer anymore to use AI. And that's what I'm going to demonstrate today. Last session we had a brainstorming sessions, and in about 30 minutes we got 27 ideas. So ideas, that's one thing, but execution is the most important, and that's what we try to do now. We divided in 4 groups last time, and that's why I did this vote about what group you want to join. Because basically now I'm going to do a demonstration on how you can develop an app just by copy and paste. And using, we're going to use not ChatGPT, but we're going to use Claude AI, Claude.ai. I think you get 30 or 40 messages for free on the top model, so you can at least follow along. And I ask you to install, if you want to do the coding, if you want to practice coding, is a VS Studio from Microsoft. It's free. It's a development environment, or Cursor, which is a clone of VS Studio, but with AI integrated in it already. And I'm going to use Cursor. That's Cursor here. And now about the community a little bit. So the aim is really, I think I already said it, but is to encourage people to use AI to get to know each other. I think this is exciting. Hello. It's exciting to share a common interest, especially in the field of technology, because it's a field that is advancing very fast. Every day there are news, every day there are interesting things happening. And for the people who are following what's going on, there's a lot of drama going on at the moment around the AI, the people who develop AI, because there are some people who want to make money with AI. I won't name names, but some big companies want to make money, and some others who have developed the technology, that are research people who are really behind every tool we're using today. They are saying, careful guys, this technology, it's going to be super powerful. It can go both ways. Yeah, it can basically, some people predict that the society is going to get to the abundance area where, maybe we don't need to work anymore. We'll be able to do whatever we want, So that's one possibility. Many people, maybe experts in the field, say we got 80% to get there, and the other direction is the 20% or maybe 10%. That the AI is going to take over and replace us completely, okay? So I've been thinking about that a lot, and I thought, what can we do as a community to help to bring to the positive outcome? We all want to, live in happiness, forever. And I think one message is for everybody is to be good, yeah? Think about it, be good to others and be good to yourself, because whatever you're going to do with AI, AI is going to learn from it. Yeah. So if you have good intentions and if you do good things, and the more people like us that do good things, the more we have a chance to have a happy ending. Okay. So that's my message for this community, and that's the hope for all of us here. I'm sharing my knowledge. We're going to do the round of introductions before the networking, because now we're just going to go into coding. But living in Silicon Valley, I learned that people share a lot over there, and that's why it makes things move very fast. In Europe, we're more conservative, and we think, okay, I have a knowledge, I keep it for myself, it's my bread and butter. But if you think about it, if you share what you know with others, they're going to share back, and then you're going to grow 2, 3, 4 times faster. If you keep your knowledge for yourself, and everybody keep the knowledge for yourself, it's not going to move very fast. Yeah. So I've been researching how to use AI for coding this last 6 months or even a year now, and now I'm going to share all my knowledge and my best workflows, because I think I love workflows. I like I like to find best ways to do things, and AI can help us to automate and optimize our workflows, our digital workflows. And this is one technique that I'm using to develop things extremely fast. So I think that's everything what I wanted to say. Quick questions before we start.
I just wanted to thank you for coming.
Welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you all for joining. And keep in mind, yeah, whatever you learn, please share and be excited about it. If we're good, the AI will be good with us. Okay? So let's get started. Another disclaimer: I'm not a Python developer. I've developed C#, Unity a lot for VR and AR, but now I'm new to this, so I'm even playing with it for a while. So you know, if you see, I think there are just who is developer here, just so I know you. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, okay. Some developers, so you won't be too hard with me. But anyway, the thing is, you will understand. It's really copy and paste. That's the beauty. And we are going to start with a project that were. There was a brainstorm at last session, and we discussed what project we want to do, and then there was a vote of on what project most people wanted to work on, and this is the one who won. So it's called Wise Grandma, and the idea I don't know if I can make that bigger. Yeah. So maybe you want to read it through quickly. It's basically to make an app that is going to, help you to plan your things, get feedback. It's a very ambitious project, but today we're just going to look on how we get started with this app. Give you 2 minutes. So this is a description of the app. There's a lot of information. We are not going to go through all of this today, but this is just to show you all. This is a description of an app. Yeah. So before you start an app, the most important is to decide what you want to have in the app. What is the app going to do? What are the features? What is it going to do for who is it? Who are your user, and so on. So this is a description. And I took out this. This is the main information. This is a summary. So one tip if you want to get started with coding or building an app, just keep in mind to use Claude.ai or ChatGPT to help you in any step. So before you start, maybe ask the GPT. I want to make this kind of app. How can I do it? Help me to build this app. And it's going to give you different steps, and those steps you're going to dig into each step. So it's a sub-step, so you can just copy the one line. For example, step 1, download VS Code, install this library, and then you just copy and paste this into ChatGPT again or Claude AI, and then you dig deeper into how you're going to make this happen. And just follow every step. And if there is a step that doesn't work or something is not working, just ask the LLM, so large language model. I'm going to say LLM because then it means ChatGPT or Claude AI. There are many others, but that's the two main ones that I'm using. Ask the LLM, it's not working here, what is not working, and it's going to give you an answer. It's pretty impressive. And it's getting better year by year, or month or day by day. I won't say month by month, but so basically what you can do is really start with that, copy the whole thing, put it into just as a demonstration. I do it here. I'll put it in Claude. Just going to start a new project here. I say summarize this in one paragraph. And I paste again, copy and paste. Oh, I need internet, of course. So I guess there's I'm just going to connect to my phone.
The Wi-Fi is over there.
It's too small, I cannot read.
8115.
Okay, it's
And
easy.
then again.
And what is the Impact Hub? Impact Hub Geneva. And you said
811.
811
5.
5
Again. Everything
Five.
again. All the 4 digits.
4 times
No,
5.
no, no. 8115 again.
Oh, okay. 8115 again. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Teamwork. That's what I propose for you tonight. It's just a lot of teamwork. Okay, I have to write that again. Yeah. Okay. In one paragraph. And I paste in this. So this is how we start the project. I mean, okay, this is a long paragraph, but let's see if I can zoom in here. Yeah. So let's just go with that, okay? Let's be crazy, because then I show you that I haven't prepared anything. I'm just going to do copy and paste, because this is how you're going to be able to make your project. So now, yeah, before we start, we're going to use Python. And in Python, if you don't want to have a big mess in your computer, just set up, maybe I just do another, you have to set up a virtual environment. That's the only thing a bit technical that we're going to do now. So I'm going to ask Claude how to set up a virtual environment in Python, and he's just going to tell us exactly what to do, and I'm going to do that quickly now. So I'm already installed this, so I just need this one. So here I'm going to do a copy and paste. Again, I'm doing that quickly, but you know, if you want to work on that later, or when you're going to do that later, just ask Claude or OpenAI to do this for you, and then I activate the environments. And now it's a bit small, huh? How to zoom in here? Window. I know there's a shortcut. Does anyone know the shortcut? No? Okay, so then I ask Claude.
Command plus.
Plus?
Command plus.
Command plus. Thank you. Where is the plus now? Thank you so much. So now here we see we are in the virtual environment, and the virtual environment basically means if you're going to install libraries or dependencies, it goes into your virtual environment, and that really helps to not mess up your system, because if you run, when you create an app, you will have to download different like packages, let's say so, and those packages can be different versions. So if you make sure you start with creating the environment like I just did, then your app is always going to work. If you don't do so, it's also going to work, but if there are changes, updates in the packages, then it's not going to work. So yeah, that's the first technical step, and now we're going to get started coding. So now we're back to our Claude here, and we're going to ask Claude, okay, let's say, okay, before that, I think I already took out the description, so I asked the group, you know, what features shall we work on first, okay? And they gave me those three features, and we're going to start with set a track habit, okay? So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to add it here. I'm going to say to Claude, I'm going to say, let's make a Python app. Let's make a Python app from this description, and we want to implement firstly and then I just put this feature, okay? Okay, and another thing you need to know, if you're a fast typer and you do typos, this is not a problem. So don't, it's bad for us because then we lose our ability to type well. Okay, and let's see what is going to type here. So I run this now. It's going to think a little bit, and now already he's generating code for us. Okay. And this is really how simple it is. And now we have our first app. Okay. I'm going to copy and paste. I'm not even, you should, but I'm not even going to bother reading because I just like to move fast. If you really want to understand what he did, you can, and it's good because then you will learn how to, what he did and how to code in Python. So I just copy and paste. You have this little copy and paste button here, and we'll move it to here. And I already have opened the grammar. So if you have opened your if you have your VS Code or your cursor open, just get here and create a new file and type whatever you want. It's good to have a version number. So I type, for example, here grandma example 0 underscore 0 underscore 1 version 0 version 1, and I'm going to paste the code here, save it, and let's run it. Okay, so we have our first app, but now it's happening in the terminal. So terminal is really the, how to say that, if you have a, you're running Windows or OS or any other system, all this thing with a mouse and Windows, this is a layer on top of your computer, and behind this there's the terminal, and from the terminal you can create files, you can delete files, you can do a lot of things. But it's for experts, right? So if you're using, if you code really, we call it deep into the machine, then you use the terminal. But if you want to have a UI, user interface, we'll ask Claude to create a user interface for us. Yeah. So again, we do iteration now. So we came up. He has already set up an app here, and he say, okay, what's grammar habit tracker? So we can either add a new habit, remove a habit, log a habit, view all habits, and view habit progress and exit. Okay. So we're just going to start with one, add a habit. He asks, enter a habit name. What habit shall we add? What habit do you want to track? Smoking. Okay. All right. Habit frequency. How often are you smoking?
3 times a week.
3 times a week. Okay, let's see. Okay, so now he has created a new file, and in this new file there is the information we just typed in. Yeah. So we have started. We can now check view all habits. So 4, not working. Yeah, 4. So it's here. I typed 4, and he showed my first habit is smoking, and it's 3 times a week. Yeah. Do we want to add another habit?
Yes.
Fitness. How often? Oops, did that work?
You have to
Oh yeah,
one.
sorry. Yeah, 1. How often?
3 times a week.
3 times. Okay, and now if you view our habits. Oops, that's a progress, sorry. Okay. So yeah, we get some information here, but I wanted to see, view all our habits. It's 4. So you see, it has already logged in to information. So this thing, if you were a student, maybe 5 years ago, already that would be maybe a day or a week training to get there. Okay. So you see the speed. That's what I want to share that's what I'm excited about, is the speed. You know, we divide by maybe 5, 10, sometimes even more, the speed of creation of apps. Yeah. So now we want to create a user interface. Yeah, because we don't want to play with the terminal. We don't want to be geeks. That's very like the old school style. So now we're going to go back to Claude, and we're going to ask him, please make a user interface. Make a user interface, just like that. Code is appearing. So you may think, why is it so slow? But in fact, it's super fast already. It's just AI is like a, how's it called, the autocorrect. It's basically like an autocorrect, but on steroids. So it's, you just typed in a sentence and then he's kind of making up word by word all this code. And if you think about it, it's pretty crazy. And there are new techniques coming out every day, so it's faster and faster. Like a year ago, it was half the speed. Now it's already double the speed. And there are new companies, or not new, but companies that are working on extremely fast, how do you call it? Typing out the information, and some applications just boom shows up the thing in 1 second. So just wait and see. So now we go back to our coding environment. Just select everything, delete, paste new, save, and let's run. And nothing happens. So I have to get out of this first, so exit. Okay, goodbye, thank you, and let's run. And here we go. See, now we have a user interface. How cool is that? Just like that, okay? And now we have even buttons. I didn't even tell him, I need buttons. He just made this up. It's very, very crazy. And in future sessions, I will show how to design that. You can basically design it in, like say Photoshop, or even draw it by hand, upload it in Claude, and he will put the buttons and everything exactly how you did it in your drawing, or and even make the colors right if you made it in Photoshop and so on. So let's continue with adding habit. Let's add in,
Sorry, like if you put all the information, like your personal information, the Claude kind of takes it and can share it with others, right? So whatever you put, it no longer belongs to you.
Yes, that's something. I mean, when you join Claude or OpenAI, you have to tick the box, like Google and so on, and probably no one reads, but it says basically, I think I didn't read it, but it's going to use your data to train the AI, and that's what I was saying in the beginning. Be good to AI, because the more good and positive things we use the AI for, the more it's going to learn from us and be learning to be a good AI. Yeah.
But at the same time, if I put like design, that means it already goes there, and somebody else can use the same design, right?
No, they're not going to use your design. Your design is going to be broken in many, many small parts, and if someone and those parts are going to be blended with all the other images in the world that the humanity has created until the beginning of the internet. So your copyright is divided in millions of small pieces. There's a lot of debate around that because the YouTube content creators, for example, or even Hollywood movie production, they have been, they are. I think the latest example is Times Magazine or something like that, suing OpenAI for using their data or paper to train the models. But at the end of the day, it's really hard to prove and so on. So at the end of the day, what is happening is that Times Magazine, or I'm not sure if it was Times Magazine or another, is joining OpenAI. and I think it's best for everyone because we say artist. What was it? Steve Jobs said the artist, the good artist copy, and the great artist steal, or something like that. In a way, it's true. We always get inspired by what is around us, yeah, and we create from what we inspired. So AI kind of works the same way. Yeah. Any other questions? No. Okay. We want to, yeah.
In line to what she said, so if you create something, does it belong to you? Does it belong to Cloud AI?
You have to read the
fine print.
The
Okay.
fine prints. I know that a way to get around this is to run your own local large language model, your own LLM, and there's lots of open source LLMs that you can download. Meta from Facebook Meta has given out their model for free, and there are many others, like hundreds and hundreds of models. And if you have a computer that has a good enough GPU, graphic card, then you can run things pretty smooth. I have an example here. This is a local. I think it's Mixtral. It's a French model, and it's running here. I can just. How do I? Is it also Command Plus for terminal? No. Does anyone know how to zoom in on the terminal? Okay, I'm just going to zoom in like this. This is a hi, who are you? And this is a local LLM. So you see it's slower, takes time to think. I think it has to wake up, by the way. That's why it's a bit slow, but once it's waking up, it should be faster. But here, no one else than me knows what's going on. So that's super interesting. And there are also models that are uncensored. So the public models are censored. So you cannot not ask questions like give me a plan to rob a bank, and things like that, and whatever else you want to think of. But there are models available online that are uncensored, and they are sometimes faster and they can go deeper. If you want to make a movie and you don't, if the model doesn't give you anything about violence and let's say like sexual things, then maybe the movie is boring. Yeah, that's the how to call that the Hollywood filmmaking recipes. You need a bit of violence, you need a bit of things and this, and some models cannot do that. So it's really slow here. It's going to reply. I think maybe I have to start it again, but that's not the topic of the course right now.
Can I have a question on this? This one, the one that you run from your home, is it when you run it, does it go and search for information?
No.
No,
It's a model that has been more trained already worldwide. So the whole work of searching the whole world, the World Wide Web, and compressing it into a model, and then you get the model, and the model works locally in the computer. You can add tools so it goes out and search internet, for example, but the data, the questions you're going to ask will remain local. So here it has answered. Hello, I'm an artificial intelligence language model, blah blah blah. And I can start, what model are you? I should answer that I'm a Mistral. Here you go. Okay, so you see it works pretty fast still, and this is it's a good MacBook, but if you really want to, the thing is that the models they are the uncompressed models that are really heavy and need a big card to run, but now they are always a middle-sized model and a compressed model, and the compressed model can basically run on your phone. And the new models are getting better and better, like crazy fast. So soon you can run private LLMs on your computer. That's going to be a course in the future. We're going to go through that as well. But for now, I'm going back to the basics of building up an app. Yeah. So what habit do we want to add? One more habit.
Meditation.
I didn't hear.
Learning AI.
Learning AI, okay, that's a good one. So you see now a window pops up. Learning AI, what's the frequency? Every day. Let's see, here again. In traditional coding, you will have to code a lot to differentiate numbers and strings and text. And here, let's see if he understands it. He understands it. Amazing. We want to see log habits. Okay, wow. Let's see when that was logged in. It was logged today, very good. We want to remove an habit. Let's remove smoking for now. And it's removed, yeah? And this is, I can see the developers here, they know this is a lot of work, you know? This is a lot of work, just to make that happen. I mean, a lot of knowledge, let's say a lot of knowledge to make that happen. So yeah, here we go, and let's do the progress. Yeah, I guess now we have to add a few features to log in the progress. So, user can define specific habits or routines they want to develop or eliminate. So this has been done. Do you want to add something else? Who is part of the team? I think, yeah, you 4 people.
I'm not part yet.
But you want to be part of the team, yeah? So the people who are in the team here, what other features do you want to add to what we have here already?
Features or
Habit?
habit?
I couldn't hear you.
No, I was wondering if we look at features or habits.
Yeah.
There was something about diet, the questions about habits.
Question about habits? In which way? Like?
No, I was just asking if your question was do we want to add a new feature, because I think the feature we defined the main features here.
Yeah.
But then we needed to fill that in with actual habits or goals, etc.
So what do you suggest we do? What should we tell to Claude AI?
I don't know. For my end, I would suggest that we dive into one bit and we try to develop it the most, as much as possible. But
Hard
that's
to hear
only a
you.
suggestion. No, my suggestion was to say that we could pick one of the habits, for example, and try to develop it in terms of, what should it be, frequency, and then be able to log something and then see the result. Or we can also enter make other entries. It's only a suggestion.
Yeah.
I think we talk about getting some prompts from the app, reminders like stand up and walk, or
So let's do a reminder kind of thing.
yeah, reminders.
Okay.
We talk about
Maybe
actionable tips from the app.
Yeah. So maybe let's start, because now there is one part will be to add AI to it already, because maybe you want the answers, to be creative answers. I was thinking to do that next time. Maybe at the end we'll just show that it's possible, but that's a whole other section. At the moment, we just show how we build up the app. Adding AI to it, it's not very difficult, but I want to do it next time, because I want to show you how to install this this thing here, and that will take some time. It's not difficult, but it will just take some time. Or if we want to use, it's called API, so calls to ChatGPT or Claude. If you want to talk to them from your computer, from your app, you need to pay. You need to give some credits to Claude or so that's why I wanted to do that next time. Yeah. But what we can do now already is goal settings and progress monitoring. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean that it's kind of. So we take this second one here. So user can set long-term and short-term goals, break them down into daily habits, and visualize their progress with statistics, streaks, or milestone achievements. Again, I copy that. I'm not even going to think how I'm going to implement it. Maybe I don't even know really how I'm going to implement it. We're just going to go straight to Claude and see what he comes up with. So here some people like to be polite and be nice with the AI, and again, it's up to you. It will help. It will train the AI to be nice back to you. But you can also be very direct, and I'm just going to be very direct, and I'll just say add this feature, and I paste, and let's see what it will come up with. So he's always so happy and very positive, and you can see the code just popping up like crazy fast. And for me, I'm so excited when I see that. I'm almost like a child playing Lego, you know, because this is incredible. It's saving so much time, and he's writing things right. A year ago, I was doing that with ChatGPT 4, and he was doing good, like really small things. And 6 months later, he was doing way better, but he was still doing a lot of mistakes. But Claude AI just blew everything up. Like the latest version of Claude is crazy good. I mean, look, he's still writing a huge code for us. Just imagine typing, just knowing how to type that, thinking how to organize that, not making any typo, debugging this. You know, he does all this in one go, and it's crazy.
This used to be the recruitment filter to get into companies like ThoughtWorks or even Facebook. So
Yes.
this is what we ask people to do.
Yes.
But did we say we want the code in Python?
Say what?
Did we say we want it in Python?
Yeah, I asked it for Python. Otherwise, he will probably do another language, coding language. But Python is just the easiest to understand. And now you see here, he didn't give me all the code because there is a limitation. It's called a token window. It's like how much information you give in. So some models can take a lot of information in, and some can give a lot of information out. But the old models could maybe take one A4 page of information, not more. Now Claude can take a lot, but he cannot output more than a certain amount of information. But he remembers what he's doing. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to copy this, copy the code, paste it in here. So now I give you a little tips. Once you get an app working, make another script. Move on. Change your version to 0.2. Okay? Because sometimes you will just take this habit. Because sometimes you will have something working, and then you get too excited and you paste in things on top of something that is already working, and then your thing that was working is not going to work anymore, and then it's going to be a bit of a trouble to get back to the previous working version. There is more professional ways to do that using GitHub and so on, but I'm not going to go there today. I'm just going to create a new file. I'm going to call it grandma example 02, okay, .py for Python. New script, paste the code, and I'm going to ask him to give the remaining code from this function here. So give me the remaining code from, okay. So we are already building a pretty big application. Already 2 prompts, and we are at, I don't know how many lines of code, but we're going to check that out. Okay, we didn't have much left, so this is the end part of the code. So now I'm just going to copy this and paste it in from here. So I select this here, paste, save, and run. Oops. I think I have to close the app. I forgot to close it. Run again. Okay, there's a little problem here.
Install a library.
Oh, exactly. So it says when I run it, when it gets red here, it says okay, we have a problem, and it says no module name matplotlib. So that means there's a package missing. Okay, and if I was really diligent and I would read what he did, he would probably say, it's probably said somewhere that I have to install a library. Oh, sorry, it was here. Okay, he didn't say, but it doesn't matter. So if,
It said something like, you sure you have Tinker installed?
yeah, I think we have Tinker already, but anyway, it doesn't matter so much, but yeah, good to read. What I'm going to do when I don't know about code and I don't understand this complicated text here, I'm just going to copy and paste. Let's take that, copy, paste, and then I apologize for on the side, the error, blah blah blah, and here it says install this library, and it tells you exactly how to install the library. Yeah, so you don't need to go on internet anymore and search for hours and go to the forums. What's going on? Okay, I just copy and paste. That's what I'm saying. This is about copy and pasting, and I see a few people smiling because this is a huge difference. You know, like those kind of problems could take ages and ages to fix. Copy and paste, pip install means Python install. Here's now it's installed. It's already done. Okay, and maybe you need some other things to be installed. But again, when something doesn't work, you just ask it. Yeah. So that's that. Perfect. And now let's run it. Another problem. So I didn't read carefully. I'm sure I have to do some more. First, you need to install this math thing, plot, open your terminal, okay, that's done. Virtual environment, okay.
Try with the P3.
Yeah.
It's probably Python 3 and then.
Let's try that. If you want to clear your terminals, just type clear. So it's new window. Yeah, I think it's required already set. It's already installed, so I don't know. It's something else. I'm just going to copy and paste the old everything, but it shouldn't be. No, it's already installed. So in that case, I'm going to copy this, so he knows that this has been installed already. So I say still not working. So then he gives me some reasons. So first we check if, so now he's going to add, yes, like debugging, unscript and shared outputs. So I'm going to add those 2 lines to the script. So now it's tiny, maybe a little bit more technical. Or did he want the inputs? Okay. So he's asking me to paste that in the code. And when it says print, it means it's going to tell something to the terminal. So when I copy the information that comes out to the terminal to Claude, he's going to understand where is the problem. Trying on the script, okay, that's also sometimes it works. So I'm going to do those step by step, starting with the first one. So I pasted this here, I save it, and I run it again. First I'm going to clean up. Did he didn't Okay, I'm going to be lazy. I'm just going to paste that one more time because I don't want to. Maybe I'm just going to try this. Sometimes I notice if I want to run the app, I have to type in Python and the name of the app. Okay, that worked. So that's another trick. Sometimes, yeah, I don't know why. Maybe someone of you know, but when you press the play button, it doesn't always work. So what has he done? He has added habits. So that's what we had before. He has added goals, frequency, current streak, and the same things as before. So let's do that again, because now it's a new app, so we have to add the information again. So I'll add, what was it? Smoking, frequency, what was it? 3 a day. Then I add fitness. Ooh, we have another bug here. Let's see. So now when I press on add habit, nothing happens. And when I press on goal, nothing happens. So I'm going to report that. Oh, now it worked. So what was it? Fitness 3 times. And then coding. Oh, yeah, should have said a day. Add habit. Yeah, coding. Once a day. Okay. Now let's see, goals. Add a goal. What goal do you want?
Stop smoking.
Stop smoking tomorrow? Okay, stop smoking. Target day. Let's put tomorrow.
No, 6 months.
In 6 months?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's impossible to do the one day.
It's AI. It's AI. It can work. So he wants year, so 2024. Months, I would put 11. Make it faster than 16, so in the months. And I will choose smoke. Okay, boom, add. So now we have a first goal. And from there, I guess we will be able to track the progress. View the progress. Okay, select. Yeah, we haven't. Oh, here we go. Look at this. We didn't even ask him to do it. He just made it up. Okay, and that's the beauty of those tools. Progress, we are at 0 because we started today. Associated habits, smoking, and then I guess if we put the other habits, it will make some flow charts. Add a goal, fitness, goal name. What should I say? Lose weight, yeah. And when? By when? This summer. So 2025 in 1 year. 10 or 6 summer and 01. Add invalid data, so I gave a wrong, yeah, see I made a point here. And again, this kind of things will take a lot of coding to just get this recognized, so it's doing a lot, and that's really how exciting this is. So let's see now. View our goals. Oh, we need to select both. Okay. Yeah, I guess we need to start to get some input, like tracking our progress. Log habits. I don't know if we can log our habits here. Just select a habit to log. So I noticed when habits not logged for today. We need to add log, right? I think that's the next step we have to do. Yeah. So how are we going to phrase that? You guys have to help me.
I think we need to add parameters, for example, for fitness. If you walked, if you did weightlifting, or if you did a cardio class, and maybe the amount of time that you've done.
So can you say that again? Example for fitness. Wait a second. For yeah, just
walking, weightlifting, cardio, running.
maybe that's enough for now. Yeah. I think we also need to add input points. You know, we need to be able to log in. So when I go to the gym, I can just tap on my app, choose what I've done, and then it logs, you know, the time and this is going to be your data for your progress. So I'm thinking if we should add this first or if we add the login. Let's add the login first. Yeah. Is that okay? So add. How do we call that? Do you
Input.
input? Just input, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Tracking input.
Log
Yeah.
data.
Log data, yeah. Tracking input to or yeah, tracking input log. Okay, I'm going to write like this. Add logging data to track the input.
Maybe you also want to be clear on the difference between cardio and running, because running is
Yeah,
cardio.
we need to break down like there are, yes, definitely.
Exactly. So that will be
It's really
subcategories, yeah. And we'll do that right after
So it's
first.
better to maybe choose something else instead of running, because they're parallel.
Yeah, we'll do that in a bit. At the moment, we just want to add a login feature. Yeah. So I'll just say add a login data. Add a login
Activity
option.
tracker.
Hmm?
Activity tracker.
Yeah, yeah. As simple as that. Add an activity tracker. You see, sometimes it's good to brainstorm and put down words and then find the shortest way to explain. Again, the more clear you are with Claude, the more clear he's going to write the code for you. If you are unclear, he's going to guess, and maybe you're going to have to rework certain parts. But if you're super clear and concise, he's going to write super clear and concise things.
Could we have asked Claude to tell us how to tell him?
Yes, you can do that as well. I will. We will do that for the next next feature. So almost an hour. So 5 minutes left. But this is a good introduction on how we work when we create apps with the assistance of AI. And the second part, now for 1 hour, I'd like you guys, at least the people who have maybe computers and want to practice what we have learned to practice and get in groups. We'll decide how to get in groups. Maybe we'll ask ChatGPT how to do that. But okay, did he write something? I didn't check. Yeah, he did. So yeah, okay. So you see now he gives me part of the code. He gives me what he's adding, and he says, yeah, remaining code, the rest of the code remains. So you can either copy what he does, just copy that and paste. But I notice when I do that, sometimes it's time consuming, and if I'm tired, I have to find where the code is, and then I do mistakes and so on. So I'm cheating, and I just say, give me all the code. Boom. It takes a bit longer, and it takes more credits. So you have to be aware of that. That the more text you get out, the more credits it takes, and you have a limited number of credits per day, even if you have the paid version. So, once you get really good at this, then you can start to do, just copy and pasting part of it. But, when I do that, I always do mistakes, and, then I have to figure out where the mistakes is, and then I become, I just become lazy. I don't want to do that anymore, So, I ask Claude to just write everything for me. I'm not proud of myself, but hey, technology is here for that.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. It's meant to be.
So that's the last feature we add from my side, but then the group who is working on this app, we can add the feature we just mentioned, and then let's divide in groups. So I think there was another group there was the what was it, the big data dashboard. Can you raise your hand if someone is here from the big data dashboard? No one is here. Okay. Yeah, you are.
Well, I voted for it, but it wasn't there last time.
But you were interested in doing it. So at least we have two groups. Maybe quickly because we're quite a lot of people, so maybe let's add two other ideas. Let's brainstorm two other ideas that are not too crazy, that we probably can do within an hour. Two ideas, anyone? For an app? Like an AI app? Sorry, a basic app, not AI yet.
I tell you what I need to create.
Yes.
Problem that I need to solve.
Okay, one second. I'm just going to ask him to give the rest of the code. So whilst you're speaking, we can generate it. So yeah, I'm ready to take input.
Very selfish though, so if nobody wants it, it's fine.
Yeah, that's cool.
I am, like I mentioned the other day, I'm talent acquisition. So one of the problems I need to solve is to create good scorecards.
Scorecards.
Scorecard, yeah, that lets me manipulate data and have interviewers input their feedback as well. But I don't know if that's possible because I basically need to do it in Excel, and I understand that this is a flat thing, so I'm not sure if it's possible.
Let's ask. You know, I can tell you you can, but for today, within an hour, we can already start the thing, like an input system. Yeah, like you just saw. So you can tell the group what you need as input, and then the group create this little app within an hour, like we just did, and then. One cool thing is that you can say, for example, export Excel sheet an Excel file. So that means you can export an Excel file and then you can use it in Excel. Or if you're more advanced, you can connect to Google Sheet, and then it will send the data directly to Google Sheet. I mean, you can try it tonight, but you just need a login and all this stuff. So, but
I'm not advanced.
yeah, but group together you will be advanced. You know, believe me. By even by yourself, just playing around, and that's what I want to. That's why I want to encourage everyone, play around. You know, this is really how you're going to understand. You know how it works, and you don't need to be a developer because every question you can ask to Claude. Yeah, you can have a separate window when you're stuck with your app. You can ask questions on your separate Claude. And yeah, and that's another thing I want to do with this this group. I mean, the people who want to continue with the AI coding is that eventually I want to have a once a week meeting. I still need to figure out where. So if you guys have some ideas where we can find some space, so this space is we've been able to use it only once. So yeah. It's basically to demonstrate that this place exists, and that if you want to rent a space here, you're welcome to do so. It's very convenient next to the train station. So Impact Hub, again, thank you Impact Hub. I'll say to the camera because I think everybody from Impact Hub is gone home already. But yeah, we're looking for spaces. You know, we may have found some places, but there is a place in Gland. I mean, there are two places in Gland already, but when we did the vote, most people wanted to be in Geneva. So if you're not afraid to go to Gland, we have two places we can use over there. There is going to be some place in Lausanne as well. Anyway, the idea is to keep going, you know, and in the future sessions, what we like to do is, yeah, I'll show you some more techniques, and then after that we'll spend 30 minutes to present what you guys have been working on. You know, like a bit of a class kind of thing. You know, go in front of the class and tell the teacher what you've been working on. And this is really a way to encourage you to put a little bit of pressure, because otherwise you might just be thinking, yeah, this is not for me, or I try once and that's it. It's really just maybe once a day or every 2 days, just spend an hour, or in the evening when you have a little bit of free time, can even be a half an hour. You will see the progress is crazy, and once you get it, it's just so simple, you know. And then once you get the result, once you get the app that is going to save you so much time, you're going to be amazed. You know, it can be something for your personal life or for your work, even for your employer. you know, everybody's going to be impressed, and this is how you do it. Yeah? So let's check out what Claude has told us here. So I need to get to the previous part if I can. It's tricky when it's zoomed in so much. Okay, I cannot zoom it down. Okay, there we go. Okay. So this. So I'm copying this here. Oops, not copy. Now I would be tempted to create a new version. Three, py, paste, and then take the second part. Paste, save, and run. Okay, I have to run it. Oops, so running. Just checking if I have that. I'm just trying because sometimes it would suddenly work, no? So, Python, I can do like this. 3, go. Now we have the activity. It cached this information, very good. Goals, yes. Log activity. So I'm going to log an activity. I can even have a drop down. How amazing is that? I choose fitness. It's today. Duration. I did 1 hour. And note. Yeah. Is that okay? 1 hour. And yeah, it was very hard. Okay. Log duration must be a number. 60. Yeah, minutes. Thank you. 60. Log. Boom. There we go. Less than an hour, we have a tracking app. How crazy is that? Yeah? It's not me, it's Claude. Alright, so that's it for the demonstration. Do you have some questions before we move on?
Yeah, so if you have more code, like you end up with different modules, maybe different code files, how do you tell the AI to say, okay, just update the code, but I don't have to copy and paste everything?
Yeah. So that's a good question. I mean, this is a question from an experienced developer over there, because basically what he's talking about is that when you do a full app, you're going to have lots of files, right? That's what you're talking about, more or less, or different modules and so on. Kind of.
Yes.
Yeah. So then you're going to have, one file is going to be a certain part of your code, like maybe visualization. Another file is going to be the back end, doing all the calculation, and one part is going to be talking to internet, for example, and so on. So instead of copy and pasting the whole thing, there are two things, two kind of advices. One is to use the very large language models. I mean, that doesn't really answer your question, but just to give as explanation, like for example, now I have to copy the two parts of the code, or maybe I have to copy. Yeah, okay. The answer I have, as an example here, I'm copied 2 times. Yeah, but if you use a model that it has a larger output token, which is, for example, the latest meta. I think it's the latest meta. It's called Llama 3.2. It's 128,000 tokens. So I don't know exactly how much it is. It's like a few books that you can paste in and get out. So then you don't need to do this pasting and thing. But okay, that's one thing. And to answer your question, is you use this develop IDE because it's called Cursor, and this already contain AI. So he already understands your whole application, and you can even talk with your code. So for example, I can select this, I can chat with it, and I can say, what is this for? And it's going to explain to me what that part is. How cool is it, right? So then you don't need to copy and paste anymore, and you can even edit it. So let's say I want to edit, let's see if we have some variable here. Yeah. I want to change this variable here, and I want to call it something else. I can just edit, oops, select, edit, and say change name to name 2. Okay, it's not professional, but you see, he's doing the work. In red is the old, and in green is the new. You accept it, you say yes, and now it's changed into the whole application. Is that cool? Is that cool or is that cool? Huh?
This one is cool. You probably said it before, but this is an add-on to a plugin to VS Code, or?
Yeah. No, this is Cursor.
Cursor.
It's all this is included straight from the beginning. In VS Code, you can find extensions and plugins and things, but here you get everything. It's a team who is adding new features all the time. It's free to use, to download, but then after a certain number of credits, you need to pay. But it's using Claude, so I think it's 20 or 25 euros a month or something. And then you can chat with your entire code, from the chat window. So then you don't need to do the copy and paste and so on. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Cool.
Sorry,
Yeah.
just to carry on with that. So if I have a big project with 20 files, and now I've closed my work for today, tomorrow I want to come in, can I put all of them into GitHub and ask Claude to go to this public library, although he's developed it, I need to say,
Not Claude, but Cursor.
ah,
This application, I'm pretty sure, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's included. I think I read it somewhere, so you can tell the application, okay, get my GitHub information down to my current project, and it will do it.
and then add more features. to
Yeah.
it.
And add feature is really like we did today, just write what you want, and it's going to suggest implementation, and if you agree with it, you just say yes, and boom, it implements it. So this is for the professional developers. I would suggest to play around with Cursor. There are other systems as well. There are some really good plugins for VS Code. There are also online coding environments where you get all the packages and everything already installed, so you don't need to download anything. It's just going to work, and you can deploy online. I think this one already does it. I think you can deploy it online, so you can create a website and then just press one button and it's deployed. It's really crazy. So again, saving so much time, and that's what AI is so cool. So, are there questions?
This one is Cursor or is VS Code?
This is Cursor. Yeah.
May I ask why you choose exactly Cursor? If, for example, in IntelliJ IDEA they have also AI helper, you can ask and make everything you want.
It's up to you. The reason why I chose Cursor is because I've been playing with different ones, and I just think this one suits me the best for what I'm doing.
Have you ever asked what you have to do with this? For example, how you can show this for the people in your app, or for enterprises, or for people to sell it, or maybe, I don't know, share it? Or
No.
It's just for learning AI, as I understood,
Yeah.
and for you, or it's but if you have a main goal to create something your own business, and you want to show the people who maybe will ready to pay for that, how you can ask, or maybe I don't know, how implement this for the public? Maybe Apple, maybe, I don't know.
An Apple app or an Android app or an online website, a
I
SaaS
have to change
service.
something, or I can use it, or maybe I have some bubble for open this.
So I think I haven't played with that yet, but I know that you can on this one. I think you can deploy a website, for example, so you can basically create a SaaS service. So that's already that is working for phone and so on.
But you never tried.
Not yet. And for me now, I'm just making apps that serve for myself, and in the future, but as I said, I'm not a professional developer. I've run business before, so I will hire people to do this work for me. But I know that I'm going to learn, because everything you can learn now through YouTube or get help from ChatGPT and Claude. So step by step. So far, I've been building apps I needed for myself, and that's what I'm sharing right now. And next, I'm going to start deploying maybe on my phone and so on. And then when I know how to do that, I'll share with the community. Or if someone finds how to do that before me and wants to share, just let me know, and we'll make a session to share this information.
I see another problem before when we don't have and didn't have a lot of information. We can choose exactly, and if we take something, we know that
it's going to work.
It's true, it will work. But now
there's a lot of information, a lot of noise.
And sometimes it does much. Unfortunately, it doesn't work because. We can use it in this case, but if we want to create something new or more, unfortunately, you need the help of people who really deeply know what to do in this. And
sure.
If you create something, simple for simple things, it's very useful and very good.
It's really good for prototyping.
It's good for prototyping, and I agree. For professional large project, it's not there yet, but it's moving so fast. So I think in 6 months you can
MVP, just make a basis and show and
get investment.
In real life, unfortunately, it doesn't help.
Sure, but I have many developers friends. They say the same, but already now they start to use more and more AI, and I think in 6 months, maybe a year, your answer, I could be able to say yes. You just press play and it's deployed on your iPhone, which is not possible today because we have to go through many steps. But I just think it's good to get started today and use it, more and more.
Yeah, but the main idea, don't lost yourself in this information, because in another time, for example, me, I understand that I deep, and in one time I understand that, stop. You have your own mind and you have to deal all with this, because it's like, you have you run like a cycle, right?
I agree.
The cycle, and
that's what I said in the beginning. A year ago, I tried ChatGPT 4 for some C# projects, and it just could give me really small things, and he would always create bugs. It didn't work. But then 6 months later, it was way better. He could do way more, like 5 times more. And now with Claude, for me, this is 100 times more compared to 6 months ago. And I think the evolution is exponential. So just keep that in mind. I'm not saying today we're going to make huge apps, but the evolution of this technology is so fast. So it's worth to play with it. At least, of course, if you're a professional developer, you will say this is not useful for what I'm working on. But for the rest of us, it's already amazing.
Really.
So step by step. You're welcome. Any other questions?
Well, I have a comment, and it's about the way we went to learn this, because we just went and we typed things, but I was wondering to what extent we can interact with this at the level of conceptualizing the app, because he went just by itself doing the way he wanted to do. But for example, if we say we would like to build module by module, so want to really separate things so that we can really utilize those little modules in other apps later on.
Yeah.
But it just went, for example, it's using the Matplotlib,
Yeah.
could have used other things to just form the charts. So
Yeah.
it makes a lot of decisions by itself.
So then you're talking about planning, planning how which libraries you want to use and so on and so on. And I would say yes. In that case, use the latest OpenAI model, the O1, because the O1 is very good at planning. So if you know a little bit about AI agents, so the future of AI. So now we have one AI. Today we use only one AI, but the what we call one agent is an AI, LLM, plus tools around. So like a tool could be search the web, it could be scrap the web, can be analyze big data, could be code, and so on and so on. Send an email and read emails. So an agent is an AI, an LLM, with all those tools around. And then you interact with the agent and it says, okay, answer this email for me. Find me this information in this country, and so on and so on. That's an agent. And the future is multiple agents. So that means you can create a crew of agents. You can have 10 agents. One agent is a CEO, he's supervising. One agent is doing the research. One agent is writing. One agent is coding and creating a blog app, and another agent posts on the blog, and another do the marketing, and another. So the chat GPT, the OpenAI O1 model works like that. It already had multiple agents. So you ask one question, it will take you 1 minute to answer, but it's going to be going through many agents who are specialized in certain tasks to give you a full planning on how to build your app. And you can, again, the more precise you are in your description, I want 10 modules, and you describe each module, what it does, which library you want it to use because you're used to it, and so on. Then it's going to create a whole planning for you. And this is a way to answer your questions. Like, if you want, because here we just went straight in, like you said, but this is really for demonstration purposes, just showing, I have no idea what coding is. I just learned from this community that I can just install Cursor or VS Code, and if I use Python, create a virtual environment, and then boom, you can get started. And then you iterate. It doesn't look good, and then now it doesn't look good, but then you can work on the UI. Move this button there, put this color here, change the font, add a little logo here. He's going to do it all. So it's iterative process, same as in coding, but faster kind of. Other questions? Okay, so let's. I think we already have one idea for an app. Let's find one more idea. Someone,
Find. So essentially, it's a work in progress, but it's find tasks in business that can be automated through AI, I guess, or AI tools.
So that's pretty advanced.
And make an app can do that. And essentially, you implement your tasks, and then it says what can be automated by what and how. But that's
That's a bit advanced for today. We want something we can get started in within an hour. I think ladies first.
Maybe Italian development system. So I start already typing rates and something. So the specifics will be how to train elite team worldwide.
Train what?
Train elite.
Elite team.
Team worldwide.
Yeah.
Or globally.
Yeah.
And then the system or the specific will be employment management, skills tracking, training progress tracking, reporting.
And too fast for me.
Oh, sorry.
Skill tracking. I wrote skill tracking.
Skill tracking, training program,
progress
tracking,
yeah,
and then reporting.
reporting. That's pretty okay. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah,
I was thinking maybe we can create a small game.
yeah. That's good. So I think we have, and then there's a grammar app.
Game, not game.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Get some game.
Grammar app and the big data dashboard. Okay, so now we have 4 projects. And we will divide in groups, or I don't know, I see some people are looking tired. Maybe it's much of information. Is it okay we do 1 hour of just practicing what we did? Yeah? Okay, so we'll do that. So, I think you were managing the grandma app, right? So for the grandma app, everyone that is interested in that moves to this table. And then we have the game over there. And maybe if you can move to that table, yeah. So the dashboard will be here, big data dashboard, and the elite, the talent development system here. Is that okay?
Sure.
And hopefully we'll have one kind of developer per group. But yeah, reach out if you have questions. So we have the grammar up here. The
Here.
elite.